Welcome back to Trust Issues. Tom Keenan here, joined by Chrissy McCann. Chrissy, how are you?
I'm doing good, Tom. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's Wednesday morning. It's the middle of the week, and I haven't had too much rage baiting this week. Although last week was a different story, and I have something I want to share later. But I've been really interested, or like actually entertained by you on LinkedIn this week and seeing you tee off on LinkedIn. So why don't you share a
Yeah.
little bit about that?
Yeah, no, I mean it's been going on a while in my head, but I just finally had one of those moments where I'm done. And, I'm looking at being 20 years on LinkedIn. It's the only social media platform I'm on, and I used it because it's always been part of my job, being in HR and then being a founder and then, working in advisory capacities now. And I can't see any of the people I like to learn from, and follow. They can't see me. My impressions have gone down. I don't get tagged in anything. There's so much hate on LinkedIn where that this is supposed to be professional for education, for skilling, for jobs, etc. I have people wanting to date me, right? I don't know what's giving off those vibes. So I, had a little meltdown, a good meltdown. I think it was last Thursday, where somebody was actually commenting on me and some of the work that I'm doing in a positive way, and I saw it 3 weeks later. Like that, I never got tagged.
So,
And that's when I was just like, that's it. Because not only is LinkedIn not serving its purpose anymore, it's making me look like, excuse my French, an asshole, right? I was getting, kudos from somebody extremely notable in the industry, and I didn't even see it. And so I basically just asked the honest question: what the hell is going on with LinkedIn? And a lot of people start to funnel in, and people are continuing to funnel in. And the hope is that LinkedIn, like they call it, they released that new feature called AI slop. I've renamed it to LinkedIn slop. Like, you've been telling us to use AI on LinkedIn, and now you're saying that it's all slop. And so, pick a lane here. So I just call it LinkedIn slop. And we can try to push the envelope here to get LinkedIn to change, or then if not, then we'll go and find some other mechanism that will allow the voices of educators, creators, influencers, good company, professional networking to help people in their career, because that was the whole point of LinkedIn. And now it's just a bunch of AI slop like everything else. So that
so
I've been ranting and raging. It's been pretty fun.
yeah,
Not
no,
gonna lie.
I've seen it. So what is causing this? So it's the AI? Is it just that there's so much content now that the algorithm is not picking up, linked content in the same way? What do you have an understanding of actually what's going on?
Well,
Because
I
we
think
need
it's
to
a
be able to
combination.
trust this.
Yeah, I don't trust it at all anymore. I mean, that's part of the issue. It's like, where do I go, right? I need this. LinkedIn is a tool for my job, and always has been. And it's like, where do you go? And so I think it's a combination of three things. I think that they have changed the algorithm so many times. The algorithm has been algorithmed, like it doesn't even know what to do. I think issue number two is that they've been pushing AI, like write with AI, do sales prospecting with AI, like all this, they've been injecting the AI in the last year, and now the entire feed is just AI generated content, and they wonder why. And so they're going to blame us, even though it's been pushed down our throats. And so I think that is another thing. I think the other component is quite candidly human, right? Everybody can now have a voice that is not a good writer, but has really good expertise that they didn't know how to channel prior, right?
Mm.
So I do think that a lot of these, people who weren't on LinkedIn and now are, because they're able to channel their expertise through AI writing, that's adding to a lot of the slop. But I think when you really look at it, the whole essence of it is gone, and it's creating trust issues, with me not wanting to be on this platform anymore, but me not wanting to engage with a lot of the people on this platform, especially since I can't see the people that I really want to engage with, right? And so it's a double-edged sword. So that's at least my 2 cents.
So you
And it's
struck a
very
chord,
disappointing.
right?
What's that?
You struck a chord. You had a lot of people responding.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, well, look at that's who I always am. I say the things that people want to say, but they're afraid to say, so I just do it. And and I break through, and it's breaking through, and I have broke their algorithm, in a lot of ways, and it's because everybody's pissed, and, and it's not just me, and so I'm hoping it will change.
Yeah. I had just talking of AI slop. I had an issue during the week. So we all get these cold emails, right? All the time, like so many. But I actually clicked on one the other day, and I thought, you know what, this is interesting. I'm going to give these guys a go. It was about optimizing exposure for my podcast on YouTube. So I emailed them. I got sent an automated Calendly request, and then I looked on it, and the only time available is 4 a.m. in the morning, my time. So I'm like, I'm not going to meet at 4 a.m. So I responded to the email and I said, hey, are there any other times available? I then got resent the same Calendly link saying, oh, no, you must have, suggesting I'd sort of made a mistake. So I then go back and say, I think a human needs to read this email because I'm trying to do business with you, yet no one's listening. And then I'm stuck in this sequence where, because they've heard from me, every email that they send me is automated in a sequence which ratchets up the pressure to book the meeting, which I don't want to book. And it's like I think it's AI rage. I don't think it's much different to the phone rage that we
Yeah.
used to feel when we didn't have a human. I then went to the website of this company, sent an inquiry, and I still haven't heard. So, I mean, it's just so dumb, and
Yeah.
and there's just no way I'm going to do business with these people.
Yeah, no, I mean it's AI rage, it's AI ignorance, and it's when you give bots the keys and we're just like checking things. This goes back to Dorsey, even before the AI rage, like I mean with Squarespace, their motto was is that you couldn't talk to a human, right? And I had to do a major, integration and with my site at the time, and I couldn't talk to a human, and it was an absolute disaster. And it's all about what could be the cheapest labor, but like at what value and at what price, and it's what creates these trust issues for to begin with. I mean, nobody wants to work with you, so what are you really going to do if you let the bots,
I mean,
go and do whatever the hell they want to do?
it kills it. I mean,
Yeah.
it not only is it counterproductive, it actually just kills the entire process.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, I think on cold emails, like average industry is like 0.75 of 1% of emails get responded to. So that's less than one email per 100 you send. I was one of those 1 per 100, and yet they messed it up. So crazy stuff. And I make up this is going on every day, everywhere. So,
Yeah.
all
It'll
right,
stop.
Chrissy.
It will stop. Bots can't sell the bots. I think we're proving
No,
that very well.
I don't think, well, you just can't remove the human from the sales process. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you can filter things and automate certain parts of it, but at the end of the day, I want to buy from a human. I love being sold to well. When I get sold to well, I really enjoy that process. Maybe it's because I'm a sales guy myself, but yeah, kind of
I
beggars
agree.
belief.
It's where
All
trust
right.
is established with people.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we better go. We've gone on a bit long. Thanks, Christy. We'll catch up. We'll catch up again next week.
All right. Bye bye.